What's going on, family? You back in the lab with AB Yashara, man. Let's talk about this YouTuber, Finney the Legend, Bubbly, and Sin City Manning, man. The YouTuber that gunned down two other YouTubers over some online beef. This right here is a sad situation. Nobody win out of this, and no beef should get this far or this deep. But let's get into the video, and I'm gonna come back and get my commentary on it. But there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of family destroyed right now.
People on the Las Vegas Strip makes his first court appearance. Police say that Manuel Ruiz shot and killed two people over an ongoing feud. According to an arrest report, he claims that it was self-defense and he was ordered to be held without bail. The next court hearing set for this Thursday. We're also learning more details about the deadly shooting of a YouTuber and his wife on the Strip. It happened on Sunday. We want to thank you for joining us live at 6. I'm Latoya Silman.
And I'm Jim Snyder. Glad you're with us tonight. Police have identified the victims as Rodney and Tanisha Finley. A GoFundMe has been set up to pay the funeral expenses for the couple that other streamers say were visiting from Arizona when the shooting happened. We have live team coverage for you tonight. Christian Drummond has been talking with a witness to the shooting.
Yeah, but let's start with Tiffany Lane with a breakdown of Manny Ruiz's arrest report and also the alleged beef between the YouTubers prior to the shooting. Tiffany?
Manny Ruiz is claiming self-defense in this situation. Now, local YouTubers say, let's let the justice system decide. But however that decision goes, they say this online beef between the YouTubers should have never gone this far.
It was unethical, it was stupid, and he deserved to be in prison.
The YouTube world responding after a shooting that led to the death of Tanisha and Ronald Finley.
They were kind, they were beautiful people, they were, he was a good father, he was a great grandfather, he was funny. She was full of life.
YouTuber The Other Me, who streams all around Vegas, calls the Finleys his friends. He also knows Manuel Ruiz, the man accused of killing the couple on Sunday night.
It's not only bad for both families and their children, which our heart breaks for the children because their lives are destroyed on both sides of this. It's bad for our community.
Ronald, known on the platform as Finney the Legend, and Ruiz had an ongoing feud online. Manny's YouTube page with his wife Juliana called Sin City Family, where he's often seen wearing face paint. Manny's first appearance in court on Tuesday with streamers in the audience.
I'm showing up today just to say all YouTubers are not like that. I'm showing up for the victims because they did not deserve to get killed.
According to Metro's arrest report, Manny told police that when he ran into Finney on Las Vegas Boulevard Sunday night, he believed Finney was reaching for a gun and shot in self-defense. The report states Manny also shot twice at Finney's wife Tanisha because he thought she was reaching for a gun too. Turns out it was a cell phone and a gimbal. The Other Me and other YouTubers believe the beef between the two parties goes back to an incident in the Valley.
Something that happened 2 years ago on Halloween. There was a pepper spray incident, and there was kind of a scuffle on Fremont Street.
One witness told police Manny threatened both him and Finney in the past by making finger gun gestures with his hand while saying pow, pow, pow. Manny's wife also told police that Finney and Manny recently had an altercation on Fremont Street, and Manny was cited for battery. The Other Me says things should have never gone this far.
I never in a million years thought that it would get to this level.
I stopped by Manny's home Tuesday to get a comment from his wife. No one answered.
Now, also in that arrest report, police did ask Manny's wife about a video that Manny posted the day before the shooting. Essentially, he's driving around in his car, threatening someone and asking them to show up. Now, Manny's wife did deny knowing about that video in the arrest report. There are a lot of layers here. It's a very complicated situation, an ongoing beef that some have been following since the beginning, but we will continue to follow this story and provide updates as they become available. Reporting live from downtown Las Vegas, I'm Tiffany Lane for News 3. Back to you.
Yeah, Tiffany, so many moving parts. Thank you so much for staying on top of it.
Now,
all right, let's get into it. Like I said, it's a lot of moving parts. Don't know neither one of these YouTubers. Neither platform was a large platform from what I can see. However, no beef should get this far. Let me say that. I'm careful what I say online, especially when I'm responding to somebody. I had a comment today on my YouTube channel saying that we don't like your content and blah, 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 and we're not going to watch you anymore. And I'm like, all right, well, thanks for watching. You know what I mean? Because I don't know who's on the other side of the IP address. A lot of channels that's commenting on stuff are faceless. A lot of people is deranged, is just looking for trouble. In this particular case, I've heard they had problems. And what I was researching online with other YouTubers and hearing their stories, these two had problems in the past. I heard allegedly Finney the Legend was trolling Manny. I don't know how true that is. I don't know either one of these guys, but I did see a video where Sin City Manny was riding around. It was on TikTok. Somebody posted on TikTok, and he was riding around looking for, I don't know if he was looking for Finney and Bubbly or who he was looking for, but he was looking for somebody to get some straightness. In this particular case here, man, I don't want beef like this. I don't want no beef. If it get to this level here, it done went a little too far. You know what I mean? We can't sit down and talk about this thing like men, because now everybody's family's destroyed. Two people's dead. One person probably finna go to jail for the rest of his life. After, you know what I mean, possibly. I don't know how the justice system will play out in this. Families, it's destroyed. One person, the family in Arizona, Finney the Legend family, they done lost their mother and father and grandparents. Sin City Manny's wife, she didn't possibly finna lose her husband for the rest of his life. I'm sure right now, the dude, Manuel, that was in the video going through his court hearing when I first showed the video, you can't tell me he don't regret what he just done. Right now, things have cooled off, and he'd had time to think. And now he might not have no remorse. I don't know. But as a man who's probably living in a comfortable house, sleeping right next to your wife every night, now you're in a cold box, and I ain't going home probably no time soon. You can't tell me you hadn't thought about what you done at that particular point. And people just reacting over anything. That's what I'm saying. Even, like I say, some of my comments, one person told me I talk too much and shut my mouth or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid of no man. I could give a damn about any man. Let me say that. The only person I'm afraid of, and he ain't the person, the Most High, because he can kill the body and put my soul in hell. But you don't know what type of foolery that you're dealing with on this social media. And everybody think, oh, they can hide behind a keyboard. You can't. Every IP can be traced. I don't care if you got a VPN or not. It can be traced. If they want you, they can get you. And so you have to be careful what you say and how you say it and who you say it to, because some people don't let stuff go. Some people get so offended to where they ready to kill you and kill your family. In this case, but my man lost his life and his wife lost her life trying to jump in between them. And then when she ran to get a gimbal, he said Manny said, according to the news article, that he thought she was going to get a gun when she was going to get a gimbal. And anybody know what a gimbal is? Where's my gimbal? Yeah. A gimbal in the cell phone is right here. This is a gimbal. What a lot of us use to do steady cams and stuff when we out and about. And she was going to get that. And at that point, he was full-blown rage. And don't get it twisted, he probably had been stewing on this. But if I got beef with somebody, if I truly got beef with somebody, I'm not finna go to their city. I'm just not. It's just that in my case, I got too much to lose. I enjoy my wife. I enjoy my home. I enjoy what we have built and have obtained over the years. And besides, I'm not a youngster. I'm not finna sit out here and be beefing with you. Man, I got adult kids. I'm not finna do that. Why? And ruin my brand, ruin what I'm trying to achieve because, I'm going to prove that I can come to your city and I'm big bad and you ain't going to do nothing. No, because I don't know how you thinking. I don't know how you process stuff. especially if we done had beef in the past that we done tussled or pepper spray and we done tussled in the past and you got cited, you might be feeling some type of way. You might want vengeance. And in this particular case, my man wanted deadly vengeance. I don't know if he was, I don't know if it was pre-med, I don't know. But my thing is, that gun came out very quick from the little live stream video that they're showing on the web. It came out very quick. And his wife was up there trying to stand between her and her husband. And she lost her life behind that shit too. You can't tell me his wife, Manny's wife, didn't know that he was gonna go there. If my wife know me, my wife know me. I've been with her a long time. She know from a conversation what I'm thinking and what I'm probably finna do. You can't tell me his wife didn't know that man his intentions was to hurt those people. I don't care how much a person talk about you. I don't care how much a person say. Who gives you the right to be the judge, jury, and executioner? That ain't your role. But some people can't control their emotions and do that. Some people can't control their mouth and put themselves in that situation. Let me just say, because I don't know who's right, who's wrong. All I know is 2 people dead and 1 person in jail and 2 families is destroyed at this particular moment over some beef that should have been taken care of, should have been handled, should have been sat down like men and talk about this thing. Hey, man. Or if you can't talk about it, there's no way I'm coming to your city. Not right now. No one, you looking for me, I got to defend myself. You talking smack, man, there's no way, bro. You done send out subliminal threats. You see, I take all threats. I don't care who you are. You could be a 10-year-old and threaten me. I don't take that threat like laying down. I don't have idle threats. If you threaten me, my head is on a swivel and I'm watching you. We're not doing that. Not here. All threats, because you don't know that person's true intentions behind that threat. And you should be prepared to defend yourself at all costs and at any time in any situation. If you're in that man's city, you should have had some type of protection tool or weaponry, knowing you ought to have a physical confrontation. If I go downtown, if I go to somebody's city, let's just say if I go to Florida or Texas and there's another YouTuber out there and we beefing, and he was like, man, you coming out here, gonna be problems. I ain't going. Not that I'm afraid. I just got too much itch to lose. So why I'm gonna go and test him? He done put it out there. I'm not testing him. I'm not going to his grounds and possibly lose my life over some foolishness. Now, what I will do, if you knock on my door, we're gonna have problems because now you can step to my property. And I'm gonna defend that property through and through. I ain't even playing with you when you come here because now I have to protect my family at all costs. And I will do that through and through. And that training will kick in for those years in the military. They're gonna kick in as soon as that camera see you. So, but in this case here, man, I feel bad for all parties. I do. And now I hear that they had to set up a GoFundMe account to bury Finney and Bubbly. Like I said, I don't know them, but a GoFundMe account, and we always have to set up GoFundMe accounts. We always, man, when things happen. But in this case here, unfortunately, they put themselves in that situation by going to that man's city. That man put himself in this situation by doing what he's doing, by pulling the trigger and premeditated looking for these people. We got to learn to walk away. We have to learn to walk away, man, from this stuff. Too much issues going on out here. And now you don't know if there's going to be any retaliation from their family, their kids. You don't know that. You could put your wife in danger because you don't know somebody now, like, you know what, Buddy killed my family. Now I'm finna go out here and do his way. I want him to feel what we feeling. You don't know how a person thinking. That's what I'm saying, man. With everything is The world has got everybody on high, bro. Everybody's on 1,000. You just never know how a person thinks. So, unfortunately, this beef then went too far. It went too far. There's people who probably ain't coming home, and two people ain't never come home, and one person possibly not coming home, and you left all your family out here unprotected. So with that said, man, maybe y'all should man, if y'all got any beef with somebody, man, squash that mess or avoid these people, man. But don't take no threat lightly. People out here ain't playing, man. So you don't know who you dealing with. With that said, AB Yasrael, the link to this video will be in the description box. Please like, share, subscribe, and until next time, be good. Shalom.